You know that anxious feeling that you get all the time that everyone is watching you and secretly judging and scrutinizing every little thing about you? Like if you walk by the cool kids and they start laughing and you automatically assume that they're laughing at you because you just couldn't get your hair to behave that morning? Yeah, that has a name in psychology. It's called the imaginary audience. It's subconsciously believing every mistake you make and every imperfection about your appearance is seen and judged by everyone. Well, I've got some consolation for you. You ain't alone! Most everyone in your school is dealing with those thoughts. And that anxiety from person to person is gonna be expressed in a plethora of different ways, including negative ways, like bullying. Free your mind, man! The imaginary audience isn't real! The world is not what it seems! Wake up! The Matrix has you! So one of the hard facts about school, and about life in general, is dress codes. Yeah, it doesn't stop after high school, explainers. People are always telling you what to wear. In jobs, at restaurants, passing by on the street. I wouldn't be wearing shorts if I had your
self-imposed rules you can add to the games to make them more challenging, called a Pokemon Nuzlocke. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon to get more attached to them. That means if you aren't careful, you can technically lose a Pokemon game under those conditions. I've wanted to do a Nuzlocke for the longest time. I've started a couple in the past, but never actually got to finish any because busy. But today's the day that all changes. I decided to make a video on my first full attempt at a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Let's see how it went. After breaking free from the back of the moving truck my mom stuffed me in and introducing myself to the neighbor Brendan, the kid that I always thought was a monkey said that he heard screaming up ahead. Professor Birch is getting mauled by a level 2 Poochyena, so I let his Torchic out and she scratches the crap out of it. He gifts me Torchic for rescuing him, and I name her Teriyaki, my first Pokemon. Walking up the route more, I run into Brendan, who
I think as a kid, I was brainwashed into thinking that I needed to be romantically attracted to someone. My classmates would be like, "Hey Dom, who do you like?" Why? "I'll tell you who I like if you tell me who you like." And I'm thinking, I don't necessarily like anyone in particular, but for this transaction to go through, I guess I needed to name someone. And as a kid, most of us haven't really had much time to know a lot of people, so my choices were limited to pretty much whoever was in my school, more specifically in my classrooms. I don't know, it's Sarah? Ooh, I'm telling! Wait, what? Who do you like? Oh, I got baited. So as a kid, I thought it was mandatory to just have someone in mind to admire. And obviously when you're young, you don't exactly know yet what your personal criteria is of why you like someone. Growing up, you develop these things based on experiences, and over time you tend to narrow your tastes down to certain traits